How's it going, everyone? What, of course, you'll be seeing today by the title is that I'll be breaking down and reviewing the exotic auto rifle in Destiny called Hardlight. It can be acquired through random drops in the Crucible, the Nightfall, or even in the Raid. Personally, I was lucky enough to receive this weapon after, well, a really bad Crucible match versus the ones where I've gotten MVP so many times and I haven't got it. But RNG is RNG, go figure. I got the rough stats from Destiny DB, so let's break this weapon down. It starts with a 248 base damage and obviously increases to a maximum of 300 once you've completely upgraded the weapon entirely. To upgrade it, you'll definitely need Glimmer, weapon parts, and Ascendant Energy. The other form which you can acquire from one of the planets, whether it be Relic Iron, Spirit Bloom, or something of that sort, may differ, so I'm not going to put out a definite as to what it is, only to be stated as wrong after the fact. That's up to you. You'll see it for your weapon. The fire rate's listed at 88%. It has an impact rating of 8%, a range of 28%, a stability rating of 46%, a reload speed of 86, which is fantastic, and a magazine size of 40. So this weapon, just like Atheon's Epilogue, Dr. Nope, or those faster fire rate, low damage per shot, or impact rating weapons, are like bullet hoses. Hold down the trigger and basically pray that as many rounds as possible land into the target. There are strengths and weaknesses with them, as I will address shortly. In PvP, it hits for 16 non-critical and 20 on headshots. With regard to the skill tree, all hard lights in existence have no variation because they're exotic weapons. You have 3 clear options in terms of recoil control: Accurized Ballistics, which increases range and impact but reduces stability; CQB Ballistics, which greatly reduces recoil at the expense of range; or Aggressive Ballistics, which buffs impact and range but greatly reduces stability, and that's not one you're going to want to pick, as I will talk about again shortly. When you break down the skill tree, the most important perk is Glass Half Full, which introduces more damage into the bullets which come from the bottom half of the magazine. The next 3 perks which you'll have a choice over will be Quick Draw, which, as you'd expect, you can draw the weapon faster; Perfect Balance, which greatly reduces recoil and should be your definite choice for this weapon; and Field Scout, which increases maximum ammo capacity. And that's possible for you if you really choose it, but a 40-round magazine, I'd say, is quite a bit. Nothing to really get picky about. The key perk of this weapon is called Volatile Light, which allows rounds fired from the weapon to overpenetrate targets and ricochet off hard targets. The rest of the perks, there's 5 more of them, are damage upgrades. With regards to my overall impressions of this auto rifle, as I made already references to earlier, it will be a low damage per round but extremely high fire rate type of weapon, which again, like I said earlier, reminds me of Atheon's Epilogue. It means in PvP, though, you will be outclassed by just about any weapon in medium or longer range with a higher impact per round and stability rating. So if you're matched up with Suros Regime, Shadow Price, Grim Citizen, Galahad E of the rare version, Sinjin C, etc., like even just in the rare version, the blues, you can quite possibly be outclassed in anything beyond medium range. There's also an issue in very close range because you simply won't have enough time to output enough damage to kill anyone with a shotgun or fusion rifle. The amount of bullets required is just too much. You can get kills with this weapon, of course, if you stay in medium range and you stay mobile and you try and keep them in that short to medium range. Mobility is key and accuracy is key if you want to have great success with this weapon. If you don't follow the above 2 or one of the 2 is missing, good luck. You're not going to have fun using this weapon. Additionally, if you don't use CQB Ballistics and perfect balance upgrades to dramatically reduce your recoil, you're going to have significant issues in terms of recoil management. Even with the perks, this gun is still going to bounce around an awful lot. So as a definitive statement, fully upgraded to counter recoil, this gun is it's going to have recoil. End of discussion. To conclude, though, as much as I've trashed many aspects of this weapon, to say it's useless or bad is simply an illogical statement. It is quite possibly, it's a niche weapon, but it's very, very good at its particular niches that it has success with. So those are the pluses for it. Bear that in mind. In PvP, as I said, it's a range-specific weapon. If you stick to medium-ish range, maybe a bit closer medium, but not extreme close range, you can have great success with it. Like if you were to say patrolling the outside of a doorway but not in sliding range. You can have great fun with that. Anything further, you're going to be fighting recoil, and anything closer, you're going to be shotgun bait. So again, bear it in mind that in PvP, it's not going to be your best option. In PvE, though, it shines. In areas with lots of mobs and lots of enemies, the Volatile Light perk allows for overpenetration, and it clears through mobs like few other weapons in this game. Just line them up and drop them in one mag. Like I said, though, stay in close to medium range, and you can clear rooms of non-knight or minotaurs with ease. It'll be fun watching them blow up. To conclude, though, with my overall impression, I definitely would not include it among my PvP weapons to bring into the Crucible. But I would say it's a blast in PvE. It's just a fun weapon to use. And if you're a fan of fun weapons versus statistical monsters of weapons, then I'd say this weapon is for you. If you want a weapon that's going to hold its own in PvP and PvE, and regardless of fun, you just want an optimum statistics weapon, this is not the weapon for you. So take it for what it is. Fun, medium range, and a PvE special weapon that can have success in PvP, but definitely would be outclassed by multiple other weapons statistically and skill-wise. Hope you enjoyed. If you agree, disagree, let me know. Have a good one.